Wall Street Journal reporting this morning that the Trump administration is now dropping that idea of sending U.S. military forces to the Canadian border after strenuous objection by our government.
What we have said is we really do not believe at all that there would be a public health justification for you to take this action. Of course, it's up to you to decide for yourselves.
Joining me with more on this is immigration lawyer Joel Sandeluk. Joel, thanks for joining us this morning. Obviously, an alarming statement. Many Canadians were having that reaction. We've had the world's longest undefended border since, what, 1815? What was behind this idea?
It's hard to say exactly. I think the fear was that people from Canada who were infected with coronavirus would be slipping into the United States. And the idea was that using the United States military to essentially detect people crossing the border using heat sensing equipment or other types of technology, and then alerting Border Patrol officers to their presence so that they could be intercepted.
Is there any legitimate concern that would warrant militarizing our border? Is it even practical?
It's hard to really imagine one, especially when you consider the disparity of cases between Canada and, for example, New York State, which right now is the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak in the U.S. Even on the West Coast, frankly, Washington State was an early epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak. It's a little strange. It's almost like locking the door to a burning building to prevent people from rushing inside.
And it almost feels like, I mean, you mentioned Washington State and New York. Obviously, we've been carrying the story all morning about the numbers just exponentially growing day by day, people calling it a war zone in New York City. I mean, I'm inclined to think that we should be more concerned about Americans coming north of the border than they should be about Canadians going south.
Well, I mean, it's fair. There's always been a fair bit of call it irregular travel between Canada and the United States. It's not necessarily individuals who are going back and forth between countries seeking a better life. There's also a lot of smuggling that goes on across borders, whether it's smuggling of things like cigarettes or firecrackers or insulin from Canada into the United States. It's not really clear, though, that this is a major problem that needs to be addressed in the context of what's going on right now.
Joel Sandeluk, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us this morning.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.